more than ever. ZBN News is Zimbabwe's news channel with more news, more public affairs, more channels, more choice, more live coverage, and more breaking news. When Zimbabwe needs to know more, when Zimbabwe wants to know now, on air, on your mobile, online, Zimbabwe relies on ZBN News. ZBN News, Zimbabwe's news channel, first for breaking news.
We are live here on ZBN News, live here from the Zimbabwe Vigil outside the Zimbabwe House at the Strand here in central London. And I'm joined here by fellow human rights activists
Tarisai Matambanadzo.
Tarisai, why are you a Zimbabwe Vigil supporter? Why are you a human rights activist? Why are you demonstrating outside Zimbabwe House?
I'm demonstrating outside Zimbabwe House because I'm fed up of what Mugabe is doing back home. There's no human rights back home in Zimbabwe. People are getting tortured. People are getting beaten up almost every day.
That's right.
Yeah.
We've tried in so many ways to get rid of Mugabe. One obvious way is through elections. We had elections in 2008. We saw how that happened. We ended up with a coalition government. Was that right for the Zimbabwean people? How do you feel that coalition government has worked out up to this moment?
It wasn't right anyway because the elections were rigged. The coalition government isn't doing anything to stop the violence, to help people who are being beaten up on almost daily basis.
That's right. So why is MDC Mlachangira still in this coalition government? Why don't they simply walk away? Why don't they simply pull out and we can have fresh elections?
He's scared. He's got nowhere to go. He won't pull out.
That's right.
Yes.
I mean, they're scared. We want elections. We have heard elections have been postponed to later next year. How would you want to see these elections done differently compared to other years? How would you want to see the process of these elections being done as in previous years? Because we know the history of elections in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, they should be free and fair with the help from the United Nations.
That's right.
And other SADC countries.
That's right. The Vigil is in a public place, and for obvious reasons, we want to reach out to as many people throughout the world, starting off with the United Kingdom. Do you feel that the rest of the world, the international community, the European Union, the American governments, are they doing enough to help Zimbabwe? Even the African Union, the SADC, our fellow neighbors, are they doing enough to help Zimbabwean people?
Yes, they are doing enough here in London because it's just right in front of the Zimbabwean embassy, yes.
So do you think SADC can do more for the situation of the Zimbabwean people? Do you think maybe they can have a say or convince Mugabe otherwise to step down? Why are they not doing that?
They should have a say. They're scared. Everyone's scared of Mugabe. There's no way he can listen to anyone there.
That's right. I mean, and finally, someone who's here at the Vigil in person, we know it's a privilege, if you like, to have this opportunity to demonstrate, speak freely, put pressure on the Mugabe government, the Mugabe regime. It's not so easy back home in Zimbabwe. What can you say to your fellow Zimbabweans back home to say, we are doing our bit here, they can simply do their bit, but what can you say to encourage them as a Vigil supporter and as a human rights activist at this point in time here in the UK?
They should be strong. Everything will be fine for them.
That's right. Now, thank you for joining us, Tarisai. As you have heard here, we are live here, as you can see behind me, at the Zimbabwe Vigil, which is in full flow and in full swing, singing right up to the rafters. For that Mugabe must go. We need the attention of the rest of the world to help us to intervene in getting Mugabe to go, in getting to get change in Zimbabwe. Thank you for joining us, Tarisai. We are live here on ZBN News, outside Zimbabwe House, at the Strand, in central London. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ZBN News is Zimbabwe's news channel with more news, more public affairs, more channels, more choice, more live coverage, and more breaking news. When Zimbabwe needs to know more, when Zimbabwe wants to know now, on air, on your mobile, online, Zimbabwe relies on ZBN News. ZBN News, Zimbabwe's news channel, first for breaking news.